Hi, I'm Mamadou. I'm a communications major here at North Carolina Wesleyan College. I want to get into sports media, more specifically broadcasting sports. And this summer I had a great opportunity to intern here at WHIGTV, located at the Gateway Technology Center here at Wesleyan College. And it was a tremendous experience. I learned a lot, so much that I really thought that I was going to learn. I learned such things as help making a live show happen, how to create the environmental studio to make sure that the live show is conducted as it's supposed to. And then also I learned how to work the operating system in the back, the board operator and the sound systems, and how to put up the titles and edit certain video cuts just to make sure that everything looks right. And let's take a look and I'll show you around. This is the studio where we shoot live shows and we record different things in here. For most of the live shows, well, just about all of them, the first couple of things you want to do is turn the lights over here. When you turn on the lights, there's different settings. The highest it can go is 5,600 Kelvin degrees, because that's the degrees measured in, and the lowest it goes is 3,200 degrees. So we want to turn that off. I take the lens cap off for the cameras, especially on the morning show. This station is set up for the weather. We have our weather guy over on this side, and then we shoot him, his different effects and all that. And then we come on over to this camera right here. And this is the main camera for the guest, the host, and anyone sitting over there. Usually for the morning show, it's set up to 2 chairs, and it's usually 2 hosts. And then we have the telephone where viewers, listeners can call in, voice their opinion, answer trivia questions, or etc., anything they got going on for that day. And we have the clock over here, so the host can keep track with the commercials, commercial timings, when to get off air, and when to shoot it back to the weatherman or whenever. And then we slide on over to some of the important parts over here. We have the mics, but the mics are set into 2 different things. This type of mic right here is called the receiver. So this receiver goes into a system over there that connects to the soundboard in the back, which I'll show you all later on. And this type of mic is called the transmitter. That's the one you put on a guest, a host, and then it transmits whatever they're saying to the receiver, and then everything goes in the back and it connects, and you try to make the best sound wave you can from that person or individual. And so everything here that's pretty much what goes on here in the studio. And the main room where the magic happens will be the boardroom, where you set up different sound waves and you play around with different systems to make sure everything looks smooth on TV. Now that you've seen the studio and you've seen how we set up for live shows like the morning show, I'll give you a look around the boardroom, so you'll see how everything is set up when it comes to the sounds, and playing around with each sound waves and their gains to make sure that they sound proper and efficient, also smooth, so that when the audio and the audience and the viewers listen to it, it can be an ultimate listening and viewing experience. All right, so welcome to the boardroom. So like I said, this is where all the magic happens. And this is the soundboard I was talking about that connects with the transmitters and the receiver to make sure you have a nice fluid sound when it's projected on the TV. So this right here on this side usually is what controls the guest and the guest or the host. So we can mute it, we can unmute it, and we can play around with the volume gains to see, the best sound for them. It also fluctuates all the time. Sometimes, putting it up here can make the gains go louder. Sometimes it can just be low, but you want to double check with that, and also put the TV, check it with the TV. As you move this, you want to change the TV channel to make sure that it's projecting clearly and soundly. All right, and so that's the soundboard. And then we have one of the two main important things in this room. So that would be the switchers. So we have the New Tech TriCaster, and then we have the digital data video switcher. So pretty much the main important thing these two do is being able to go from preview to live shot instantly. And it can, as you can see here, they have the live up there. Then it will show you which of the input is live, and it will go straight to that. And you can have different things on preview. So for now, we have preview on input 1, and then we can use the controller to try to zoom in when we turn the cameras on. Zoom in, get it in a different way. As you can see, our host doing a great job up there. So that's the different things that we can do over here. But these two are one of the most important things. As I said, they give you that automatic switch from preview to live shot. And if you see on your TV, if you see on your TV, they have a live show. They're going from one place to another, more laptop right here. We usually have playbacks, and we have pre-recorded shows that we usually put on the laptops, and sometimes throughout the day on the channel. Then we'll go ahead and play that through these laptops right here. All right, and for this main computer right here, this is the main timeline. So we have our commercials, we have our different show designs and everything of that sort on here. So we press the play button, and it'll play specific commercials that we want for the morning show as well. There's a weather segment, and when we press that, when we click on that, it brings up different, it brings up the currents, the forecast, the Rocky Mountain Almanac, and as well as the extremes. So as you can see here, we have the forecast right here, the almanac, the extremes as well. So this main computer is for live shows, timelines, commercial ads, and like I said, for the morning show will be the weather as well. And then we come on down over here, like I was talking about the mics. For it to transmit anything, you have to turn these on. These two are for the mic system, so it can be turned on so that the sound waves can be actually picked up. All right, so whereas if our host had a mic on and he was talking, this will pick it up and everything will be connected to the soundboard. All right. Numbers on here that they project a frequency. So if it's not the same frequency as the mic, then it will not pick up. It will pick up something else different from what we have shooting live. And then for the last part, but also important part, every show that we have, the first thing, one of the things you want to make sure you do is put on a DVD or CD to record the show entirely, just in case you need the show later on for playbacks, or you need to pull out certain content from the show that you can have it live, and then you keep it on the archives. And that's pretty much WHIGTV. Like I said, the boardroom is the most important thing because it makes everything on TV, when it's projected, look smooth and fluid. Now that you've had an inside look at WHIGTV, the studio and the boardroom, I just want to say that I really couldn't have done this without all my help and my support over the course of this summer and over the course of this experience. This has been one of the best experiences that I've taken in this career path, and I really, really, truly couldn't have done this without Aunt, who is one of the board operators, but she's been with me every day, just about. She's been by my hip, making sure I do things right, making sure that I know what things mean, making sure that I can edit, and making sure that, you know, everything is set up how it's supposed to set up, and she gives me that responsibility to go ahead and do that. So she's really been a huge help. Words cannot express how much, you know, I appreciate for what she's done for me. And also I want to thank Lee Pritchard, who's also one of the board operators, and he has also been a huge help. So big thanks goes out to him. And I want to thank Mr. Robbie, who's been very instrumental. He's the technical director, and he just knows so much about media and broadcasting. And I just want to, every time I talk to him, it's like I'm a sponge, just sponging everything in, because he's so intuitive, and it's just been great. I just want to thank him. And then also I want to thank Mrs. Brittany Smith, who's been a huge help as well as Mrs. Cindy. Thank you for your help. And I can't forget about the host. They've been amazing, Mr. Fred and Mr. Wayne. They've just been a pleasure and a delight to work with. And then also a big thanks goes out to Mrs. Sandra Smith, who is the president of WHIG-TV. For giving me this opportunity and chance to come in and learn how a live show works, how a TV station works, and what it looks like. So I really appreciate her, and really thank everybody. And my cameraman, Christian, it's been great. It's been an awesome time, and I really enjoy my time learning and working at WHIG-TV over this summer. Thank you.